Today in Conversations That Convert, we're going to be talking about how to find more and better home building and remodeling clients.
Welcome to Conversations That Convert. Every week, we'll spend about 10 to 15 minutes tackling relevant lead generation, marketing, and sales topics for remodelers, home improvement companies, and home builders. Conversations That Convert is brought to you by Builder Lead Converter, your perfect sales assistant. And now, here's Rick and Daiana.
Hey everyone, welcome to Conversations That Convert. Daiana, how are you today?
Very well, thank you. Welcome everybody. And how are you, Rick?
Well, I'm cold. It's still winter. It's still quite cold. But I'm inside. I'm warm right now and looking outside and being thankful that I'm no longer framing homes anymore and have to work out in this weather. But besides that, doing well. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I understand you just finished your remodeling project.
Yes.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
What was the project you did?
Just a small basement, and now it's done.
Ah, fantastic. That's the best part about the project, right? Is it's done.
It's done. Done.
Yeah.
I can say I'm wondering what's next, but I will just stay and not ask this question.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing photos here and what you did soon. But what are we talking about today besides cold weather and remodeling projects?
Today, we will find out how to find more and better home building and remodeling clients. And this is part 1 of our new series. And yes, I'm just curious to see how this new series will create a marketing roadmap for our.
Last time we talked, we discussed the 6 deadly sins of home builder and remodeling marketing. And just to remind everyone, what are those 6 deadly sins? Sin number 1 is paying for exposure without a marketing roadmap. Sin number 2 is then building a new website without understanding your prospective client's mindset. Sin number 3 was buying a CRM thinking that it was going to be the magical tool to solve your sales. And also people that buy CRMs where they don't integrate it into their marketing. Sin number 4 is chasing low quality leads. Sin number 5 then is low conversions and appointments. And then sin number 6 is the inability to scale your company. So we talked about that last time. And one of the things we discussed right away is sin number 1, paying for exposure without a marketing roadmap. Well, guess what? Here we are to discuss our new series, how to create a marketing roadmap. So we're going to get in detail on the 4 parts of a marketing roadmap. Today, though, we're just going to go over some highlights, tell you how big picture, how it all fits together, and then we'll get into more of the nitty-gritty details in the future. So what do you say, Daiana? Should we jump in?
Yes, let's go ahead and get started. Let's see
All
are the components. That's the first question. If you're ready, what are the components for a builder's marketing roadmap?
Yes, and for those of you that didn't understand components, that's the parts of the builder's marketing roadmap. So there's 4, as we talked about this. And one of the things that I often talk with builders is that, number 1, your sales and marketing are not 2 different entities. It's a client acquisition system. Okay, so think of it as 1 entity, not 2. The other thing you need to understand is that as part of your client acquisition system, the bottom line is that you're focused on a sales conversion. It doesn't make any sense to generate leads if they don't convert into a profitable sale for you. So we want to begin with the end in mind. And that is having a profitable sale. And then we work backwards from there. So what we're going to show you then is these 4 components that you need to implement in order to get you that high quality lead that is going to convert, that appreciates the value you bring to the table. It's going to pay you what you are worth. So you have a happy client. You're doing a project that you enjoy. It's in a place or a service area that's not too far out, and it's at a price point that works well for you and your company. So let's go into component number 1, shall we?
Yes, let's go ahead. Component number 1, lead attraction plan.
Yeah, so this plan can simply be defined as how can you become the local builder of choice? So there are 2 types of marketing programs. One is called outbound marketing. So if you've ever paid for ads, that is an outbound marketing. What you're doing is you are going in and you're trying to interrupt somebody's day by putting your company name and or offer in front of them. And so it's usually your company name, and the offer is usually a phone number or maybe your website. So interruption marketing, it's outbound marketing. You're going and looking for the client. This is a very high cost, low conversion way to find clients. Now, is it something that you should absolutely not consider? No. There are instances where it does make sense to do some advertising. However, what you want to be known for is the local builder of choice for people that are actively looking for your services, that are either living in or moving into your service area. So that is inbound marketing. They are in need of a kitchen remodel, or they are in need of a new home. So they're going to go out and actively look for a builder to partner with. And lo and behold, you are perceived as the local builder of choice. So we're going to get into, again, the different components of a lead attraction plan. This is all, again, about exposure. And your number one opportunity to get exposure is always going to be in a digital footprint. So we'll talk a lot about that, and also talk about some of the misconceptions that builders have as it relates to getting that exposure. So what do you say, Daiana? Any thoughts there?
Well, indeed, I think it's important to have the ads and this lead attraction plan as part of your marketing plan. So you have a bit of everything and see what's generating the leads. So I think it's an important part.
Yes, absolutely. Finding that high quality lead is not, I mean, it's not part of doing a postcard campaign or putting up a billboard or running ads on Facebook or,
Right.
local service ads in Google. I mean, that can be one part of it, but it's not the core parts of it. So we're going to talk about the core parts of that, of really what every builder needs to be doing.
All right. The second one, it's lead capture plan.
Yeah, lead capture plan. So if you're going to capture leads, you have to understand the leads mindset. So we're going to talk a lot about what leads are looking for and also what they're not looking for. There's a really big disconnect between what a builder thinks they should be putting out there for information to help capture leads versus what their prospective clients are actually looking for. There's also, we're going to talk about a mindset as well as understanding your lead goes really through two phases. Phase number one is they want to know how much project they can get, and they want to know how little money they can spend. So in other words, everyone wants the most for the least. Now, the second question or mindset that they move into is, how do I do that? Or what is the next step? In other words, so you have to understand that most builders talk about their process or quote unquote the next steps as part of their lead capture plan, and it backfires because the lead's not there yet. So you have to first of all answer that question: is how much project they can get for how little money. Remember, everyone is going to start with telling you how much they're willing to spend, not necessarily how much they can spend. So we have to deal with the budget issue right up front. We also have to deal with giving them ideas and being a relevant source for design ideas in your local market for the type of services that you are offering. Any thoughts there, Daiana?
Well, I think that's also an important part of the plan, and you need to have that in your marketing mixture. And I think there is not either or; it's and.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's and what we find is that the vast majority of leads that are out looking at builders are not ready to talk to them. And most builders on their website, they simply, I call it the two F's. They have a phone number and a form. And there's really nothing in it for the lead. So part of your lead capture plan, or the main part of it, is giving that lead an offer they can't refuse. In other words, giving them something first and then asking for something in return. So most builders ask for something first and offer nothing in return. So that's why you have such low lead capture from your websites and your digital presence.
All right, let's go to the next one, and it's another plan, but this plan is for lead follow-up.
Yeah, the lead follow-up plan. So I call this the Amazon-like a plan. So in other words, the largest online retailer in the world is Amazon. And the question you need to ask yourself is why? Why are they so big? And obviously there's cheaper places to buy stuff. There is, places that may be as equally as convenient. So why is Amazon such a popular retailer? And I look at it, it's completely because of the consistent experience. In other words, that that you as the shopper have when you are potentially when you're considering buying something on Amazon. And what I mean by that is that you can look at a wide variety of options. You can see reviews, you can compare prices, and ultimately, if you decide to make an order, how much it's going to cost you, when it will arrive, and if there's a problem with it, you can simply return it, and there's really no questions asked. When you have a lead follow-up plan, you need to make your lead feel like they are having an Amazon-like experience. Most builders are horrible at follow-up. So we're going to talk about, again, offering that Amazon-like experience to your leads, because what you're doing here, Daiana, is you're setting the stage for what it will be like to work with you. So in other words, that they feel like they're a rock star, or they're treated like royalty when you're following up with them. You're subconsciously telling them how well you will communicate with them and how transparent you'll be with them when you're doing the project. So this is very much a psychological subconscious, as well as just best practices. When should I call them? When should I text them? When should I email them? How should I follow up? What's the relevant content I need to be using? So we'll talk again all about breaking down that lead follow-up plan after the lead is captured. Any thoughts, Daiana?
Yeah, I think it's this part. It's something that we all avoid. So and in the same time, you know that I always say that the fortune is in the follow-up. So all you have to do is just to follow up, and then you'll see what the client what the lead needs, and you can move forward with them. But if you just keep the silence, nothing will happen.
Yep, that's right. Absolutely. The fortune is in the follow-up. Words, that it's, again, if I attract the lead, great. If I capture the lead, great. If I don't follow up properly, you've just wasted all that time and money. So again, this is why it's a plan, and everything has to work together. Marketing is not, it's not separate from sales. It's part of a client acquisition system. So that's really an important point to reinforce here.
Right. And we have another plan, but this is for lead conversion plan.
Yes, this is this is where, again, really the rubber meets the road. This is the final part of the client acquisition plan and your marketing roadmap. So lead conversion plan is simply, if the lead does this, then I will do that. Bottom line, every lead is going to buy or die. So if you really think about it, Daiana, once a lead has made contact with you, they have 3 choices. Choice number 1 is they can buy from you. Choice number 2 is they can buy from one of your competitors, or choice number 3 is they can do nothing. And that's really the only 3 choices. And so your lead conversion plan has to focus on that. You're going to follow up with that lead and focus on converting them into a phone call, so you can determine if they're going to buy from you, buy from somebody else, or not do the project. The most important thing that we do when we partner with our clients is just giving them the opportunity, because there's nothing worse than just never having the opportunity. And then you happen to drive by a project and you see your competitor sign, and you're like, I never even got a chance to talk to those people. So that's what we want to do, is just give you as many opportunities as possible. And then you can determine if you think it's the right fit for you, and they can determine if you are the right fit for them. So that's where the rubber meets the road, is your conversion plan. And conversion plan is going to take on many fronts. Okay, so there's a conversion plan after the lead capture. There's a conversion plan for what if the lead doesn't get captured. If the lead books an appointment, then we have another conversion plan. Long-term aging and cold leads, past clients, work in process leads. You're always focusing on a conversion plan. So you never want to waste any particular opportunities as it relates to getting them on the phone to at least talk to them. Or for your work in process, what do you want? You want to get referrals and you want to get reviews. So you need to focus on converting those. How about past clients? Yeah, I need to make sure they stay happy. If I'm a remodeling, I want to focus on that next project. And at the same time, I want to make sure I'm getting a review and a referral. So final thoughts from you, Daiana.
Well, I think it's the four plans are very important, and to take them and just offer them and honor them, and just offer them the enough time, and don't say, "Oh, I only need to capture the lead," or, and it's very important the conversion part and to follow up with them.
And a lot of builders don't think about that. Most builders understand, I get a new lead in, I need to try to convert them. A lot of them don't really have a good plan for aging and cold leads. And there's another group that really doesn't have a good plan for a B2B or business to business, conversion plan, getting opportunities there and converting those into work. So we'll talk about all of those, but ultimately each builder, you should have 3 client acquisition systems, one focusing on the front end on your website, those new leads that are, again, looking for your services, one that aging lead that has contacted you sometime in the future and you are continuing to nurture that relationship. And then you would have one that would be business to business networking, where again, you're actively working with local businesses in your area that can bring you in opportunities as well. So that's it. Attraction plan, capture plan, follow-up plan, and conversion plan. We're going to get deep into the weeds on all of those, starting with the attraction plan next week. Final thoughts from you, Daiana?
Yes, I like that. Attraction, capture, conversion, and follow-up.
That's right. That's the 4. So we will dig into that. So thanks so much for listening today. And if you would like to schedule a strategy call where we can show you how to attract, capture, and convert high quality leads so you too can pick and choose your clients and jobs, just click on the link below and we'll go ahead and learn more about your business and see if we might be able to help you as well. For my brothers and sisters in Christ, may the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you all always. We will see you next time on Conversations That Convert.